Hello and welcome back to the channel Held Dominance. Anthony here. Please remember to like and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you're enjoying what you're seeing and if you want to see more. Coming up in this episode, Paul Rowley heading for a new contract. Matt Pryor talks about 2023 and beyond. And the chicken wing is rearing its ugly head again. And we begin the episode by talking about the incident that's on most people's lips during the 2022 playoff series. And no, it is not the penalty try incident. In an incident that splits people's opinions, South's wrecking ball to Vita Tatola put in a massive shift to get his side to a fifth but straight preliminary final, and has been rewarded, escaping a ban for a chicken wing tackle verdict, which legend Gordon Tallis says was a carry-on. It was a put-up, it was a play-acting type situation. Leading the Sharks 24 points to 12 into the quarter-final of the clash, Tatola appeared to bend the arm of ball carrier Ronaldo Mulitalo in a three-man tackle, which resulted in a grim chicken wing-like offence. The 25-year-old was placed on report for the offence, while flyer Mulitalo laid on the ground in pain. Though the NRL has since announced that Tatola will escape with a fine of $1,800 if he takes an early guilty plea. Referee Grant Atkin. Wait, Atkin. I'm sure there was something else with that name involved that was much talked about. Don't know what that is. Anyway, he told Tatola it was a dangerous on-the-arm offence, while the Fox League panel discussed the fate of the prop post-game. Well, you can see he bends the arm back, and it's that second goal there. I think he's in some trouble, 2016 Premiership winner Michael Ennis said. Whilst he's trying to turn the player on his back, he can't use the arm to do it. Meanwhile, Queensland hardman Gordon Tallis believed Mulitalo's grimace was entirely theatrical. I reckon it was a grade 2 carry-on from the winger here, the Raging Bull said. I reckon it's preschool. He lets it go there and looks at that carry-on. Puts you in that position if you make that tackle or it happens to you. Do you want the player who tackled you to miss the game? Again, my inclination on that situation is yes. If you've committed a foul play, you should be fined. And if he admits it, he's basically saying he's done it on purpose, and players have to watch out for him, which isn't good for the game. It's a sad situation that Tatola finds himself in, as the 114kg powerful forward played 57 minutes and ran for 173 metres, as well as making 22 tackles in the match against the Sharks. But the chicken wing tackle has been cracked down on in the past years to punish players for attacking the defenceless arm of ball runners. One such incident again occurred from the Souths, as back in 2019 utility man Liam Knight was charged with a grade 2 dangerous contact for an arm pin tackle on Dragons captain James Graham. Knight disputed the charge, but was subsequently suspended for 2 NRL games. However, the match review committee have deemed the tackle by Tatola only a grade 1 offence. So the Bunnies' back is indeed free and clear to play for the Red and Green in their crucial preliminary final against the Panthers next Saturday. Well, we continue now with the news that Salford are set to tie up head coach Paul Rowley on a long-term contract as reward for guiding the unfancied Red Devils within 80 minutes of the grand final. Despite working on one of the lowest budgets in the game, the Salford coach, who is also a former Leigh and Toronto boss, has transformed the Red Devils from relegation candidates to title contenders in his first season in charge. His side were edged out just 19 points to 12 in Saturday's semi-final by reigning champion St Helens. Rowley and his assistant Kurt Hegarty are already under contract for 2023, but instead will be offered new 3-year deals, although Rowley has confirmed that his other assistant Danny Orr is leaving the club. I went in with an open mind, said Rowley, who succeeded Richard Marshall at the end of the 2021 season when the Red Devils finished next to bottom. They could have given me a 6-month deal. It didn't bother me. I never really gone into the deal thinking about protecting the exit bit of it. I don't worry about stuff like that. Me and Kurt are contracted for next year, but I think the club recognise we might have done a decent job and might want to do something a little bit different with us. We'd welcome that. We're both chilled and really happy with the group and the club. If somebody would just give us a shed load of money, then we'd be even happier. I've got to say, Paul Rowley has done much better than what I thought they would do in this 2022 campaign, due to me picking them to possibly being relegated this season. From last year, we were under Richard Mallers, going to from 11th to 6th in the table, 80 minutes away from the grand final against Leeds, is something of a transformation that only can be put down to the attitude, the skill and the quality that Paul Rowley has brought in. He's done a wonderful job for Salford and not long may it continue. Rowley might be set for a pay rise though, but he doesn't expect to have any more cash to spend on the Salford squad, as Salford continue to live from hand to mouth in the absence of a wealthy benefactor. We'll rock up and just go again. That's the way it will be, he said. Nobody is coming in with a money tree. Whatever struggles we've had this year, we'll have again next season. By November, December, I'll be moaning about the training pitch, that it's not fit for cattle. But we train on it. Other clubs won't be having that. So, the journey we've been on is remarkable. So far, there's no announcements for incomings or outgoings for the squad, and I've been looking to tie up some key players like Brodie Croft for the next couple of years. We'll have to see how that goes on. But at this moment, it seems like Salford have got a second squad to go into 2023 to build things on, and some young players that they're developing in the forward pack to lead them forward. Don't know if they could do that again, but as the players that led the squad this year will be a year older, it'll be exciting to see. Good luck to them. And finally, we hear that a career is winding down to its end at the end of next season, as Matt Pryor of Leeds Rhinos has revealed he will end his rugby league playing career once his contract does expire at that time. He also went on to explain what he believes is behind the Rhinos' staggering turnaround from relegation contenders to grand finalists. The 35-year-old Australian joined Rhinos from Cronulla Sharks on an initial 2-year contract ahead of the COVID-hit 2020 season, and he signed for 2 more seasons in July last year, but admitted he was close to calling time on his Leeds career during COVID. That first period was really tough, being away from family and friends and everything like that, Pryor recalled. It was hard for everyone. But ever since everything has cleared up, we have been able to do a ton of stuff over here, so it's been great. But he conceded I was struggling a bit with the COVID stuff. Going into lockdown, I was living in a small flat and not being able to do much. Being stuck in a small apartment every day wasn't ideal. I was getting sick of it. I just wanted to go home and be around friends, family, and a bit of open space. I was pretty keen to go home. How close was I? I was pretty close to calling it a day and heading back home. But I'm pretty glad I stayed. Pryor was a Challenge Cup final winner with Leeds in 2020 and could add the Super League ring to his trophy collection when the Rhinos face St Helens at Old Trafford this Saturday. Featuring in the title decider justifies his decision to stay on at Leeds. Pryor insists had he gone home and the boys had been in the grand final, he would have been thinking maybe he should have stayed. The fact we are here now and hopefully can win it will make it that bit sweeter that I made the decision to stay. I'm looking forward to the game, but I'll try to keep my emotions in check. The more I think about the game, the more I get excited about it. It's probably too early to get too excited. There's a whole week of training to get through first. It's about staying calm and making sure I'm in control. I've got a job to do on Saturday, and if you get too emotional, it can be a bit detrimental. Pryor did confirm next year will definitely be his last season, and says that has made him more determined to enjoy this week's build-up and the big occasion on Saturday. The former captain is still pinching himself that they are in the grand final after Rhinos were second bottom a quarter of the way through the Betfred Super League campaign. We probably don't have any real right to be here, the way we started and what we've been through, but I think that makes it even more special, he said. At that stage, we were just thinking we need to start winning some games, so we don't get relegated. We took it one game at a time, never looked too far ahead, and just started knocking them off one by one. We ended up getting on a fair run, and here we are, so it's all worked out in a great way. Ever since Rowan Smith came in, it has been a real change. He has had a relaxed attitude. Nothing is ever really a problem. I think before Rowan was here, we bicker a bit on the field if things weren't absolutely perfect. Things aren't always perfect, but there's no bickering. We don't get too far ahead of ourselves and we just take it moment by moment and focus on the next job. Pryor has some experience in grand finals and he knows how to win, having done it with the NRL with the St George Illawarra Dragons back in 2010 and the Cronulla Sharks 6 years later. He just says it's a team effort. All the little efforts sometimes go unseen by the fans and everyone else there all add up. Doing everything for your teammate. Will Leeds beat St Helens to stop a four-peat? A quad-peat? Whatever you want to call it. We'll have to see on Saturday when the grand final kicks off at Old Trafford. And that's it for another episode, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share this video worldwide, as well as clicking that notification bell for any new videos or updates that may be coming your way. Tell me what your thoughts are of today's episode in the comment section below. It's open for you guys to take advantage of, and it'll be great to hear from every single one of you. Some bits of news from the Rugby League World Cup side before I let you go. As I asked myself, John Dutton, myself, the Rugby League Chief Executive, about North American participation being shown on TV over there. Whether it's the wheelchair with the US team, the female Canada Ravens, the women's Brazilian Rugby League side for the Southern Americas, and also the Jamaican national team being involved on the men's side. And here's the response. So simply I ask, will there be any news on American coverage, North and South, for the Rugby League 2021 World Cup? You respond, hi there, yes, we are just finalising things in the US and Canada, plus a focus on South America. So that is a good focus to see that they're actually being proactive in those areas, so that they can show the Rugby League to the fans in America, Brazil, Jamaica and Canada. Anyway, it's going to be a great World Cup. Hopefully you're all tuning in. In the meantime, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to share this video worldwide. I will now wish you all the best. So please stay safe, and I'll see you in the next episode.